Hello.
Hello. Woohoo.
Hello, everyone. How are you? The semi-final 2 has just ended. We are kind of excited. Just the big final ahead of us, but today we are here to discuss a little bit what happened in this second semi-final. I'm Yago, and I'm joined by
Leo from the UK. First time this season.
And Katie from the UK. Woo! We are preparing you for Saturday night.
Exactly.
Spain, UK, split.
It's a war. Which side are you going?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Ali. Mijo, hello. Well, while people is connecting, I think we can just maybe just bring here some of our highlights of the night. What do you think?
Ooh. I mean, the highlight for me this evening is going to be, it has to be Cornelia Jacobs, just because it was just a phenomenal performance after so many difficulties earlier on this week. It was nice to finally see it going well. And more importantly, like, it's the only song that my dad's been sat watching it with me this week. And it's the only one he said, this is the best song by far I've watched out of the songs so far this week. So yeah, I think it was definitely the highlight, as well as actually Czech Republic. They climbed up into my top. It was fantastic. I mean, what a closer. Fantastic. That was my highlights.
Yeah, I think for me, definitely Czech Republic. I mean, they were in my top 10, but they were quite low in my top 10. But that performance and the live and the energy, I thought was great, because I felt what was actually missing from so many performances tonight was the energy. I mean, don't get me wrong, you have like San Marino in your face. I'm not saying there wasn't any energy, but like Cyprus to me just was as flat as a pancake. So to have Cornelia then followed by Czech Republic with that energy and the lights, I thought was great. It ended on a real positive. And the other surprise for me was, hang on, I did write it down because my memory goes so fast, was Belgium. Yeah. And the performance and the dancers, and I loved that, and I wasn't expecting that at all, because it's never been a song that immediately got me. But the live performance I thought was very good, very professional.
Much better to know.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm not gonna say Cornelia, because I'm gonna talk about Cornelia later. No. I mean, I think we all can agree that Melfe's performance was like 100% better. But for me, the highlight also, I think it would be the Czech Republic. That was a really nice performance. I think she could be like more powerful, but still she was controlling her voice like totally. So nice ending of the show. And also Australia, for me, it was a very good performance. I was surprised, and I think they're gonna do better than I thought. So I think those would be my highlights. And before we go to the chat and to the questions of people watching, let's talk about our surprises of the night.
Go on, Katie. I need to think a bit more.
I think. See, look, I've had to make notes.
I haven't.
I was there going,
He is ready for this.
It's what does, I mean, I'm disappointed for Ireland, I have to say, because when I first reacted to Ireland, I wasn't very impressed. I wasn't a fan of the song, and I wasn't a fan of the performance. However, if we're going to talk about the journey, like we talk about on all those reality programs, I think Brooke has been on a massive journey. And tonight, I can't help but say she rocked that performance. She did really well. And even though I'm not a massive fan of the song still, I thought her performance was brilliant. I thought her vocals were on point, and I was really, really therefore disappointed when she didn't make it through, because I actually think that she really deserved it. So that's a massive shame. So,
Yeah.
and obviously, you know, part of our Eurovision Hub family is very Irish. So I just felt so sorry. So sorry for Ireland. I am really sorry. Yeah.
I agree. I think it was such a shame that they didn't get through, because, as you said, like, if you look at the arc that, like, the big word this evening, trajectory that Ireland has been on it from the start, because, to be honest, I'm not going to lie, I didn't like the song to begin with, but the journey that it's gone on and all the little modifications, and you can see that Brooke has worked on her performance as well. Like, it has just gone zoom. And tonight I actually went, that, like, when they performed, I went, that was my favorite so far.
Yeah.
And it was actually one of my favorites of the night that I voted for it. My only votes were for Sweden, Czech Republic, and for Ireland tonight, simply because they gave the most succinct performances for myself.
Yeah.
And I was really disappointed that she didn't qualify, especially for our Irish pals.
I agree as well with Ireland. In fact, I was texting to Michal and telling him, like, Michal, you're opening the grand final on Saturday. But, well, they are not. But also as well, I would say I was surprised, for example, by Azerbaijan, because I mean, the song is not for me, but I think the live performance, like, elevated the song a lot. Like, he sang amazing. The performance and the idea was great. And also I was surprised with San Marino, because I was 100% sure, like, San Marino is qualifying. Like, yes. The performance was amazing. The show was wow. And I guess people, juries, televoters at home, I don't know, someone didn't like that song. And I was so surprised, because for me, it was a clear qualifier and it just didn't make it to the final.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Do you ever think, because I love an energetic performance and everything, but do you ever think sometimes the really chaotic ones actually can go against them? You know, like when I watched Albania's performance again, and it was chaotic and it was messy, and in a way it took away from the song and the singing and the quality of the singing. And sometimes I think, and San Marino I don't know, I thought it was an amazing EU-face performance, but then we know the song so well. People watching for the first time just might see chaos. I don't know. What do you think?
It was a repeat of San Marino once again, same as last year, throwing every single, like, lighting effect into, like, it was just like boo boo boo. It was like last year with Adrenalina, which was my favorite song from last year, but it was just like too much. And this is a problem I have, where sometimes, you know, we have the most amazing stage in the world at Eurovision, but sometimes you press those buttons way too much and it just creates too much that you lose actually what the contest is, what it is about, which is the song. And to be honest, I didn't listen to the song because I was so overwhelmed by what was going on. And, like, my mum was just like, what is going on? Like, not everything was just, you know, lights going off everywhere. He was riding a bull at one point. I don't really know what the song is about. It was, for me, I was just kind of like, right, okay, I'm overwhelmed. No idea what this is about. Sorry to say that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Katie. Since what happened with Albania, that it was like a song I was 100% sure it was gonna qualify. I think messy staging this destroys your chances of qualifying, because at the end, televoters and juries didn't understand what is going on in the stage. It's just like too much. And also I wanna talk about Cyprus, because I really like that song, but when it started, it was like vocals, then it was like she was like super nervous, and I was like, come on, you can still like try to fix this, but
it never lifted. It never picked itself back up.
No.
So
Unfortunately, she was sharp, and if you're going to be sharp in anywhere in the song, you don't want to be sharp in the beginning, because
Mhm.
soon after that, all the person's going to think about from a beginning, if a vocal isn't right, is just going to think about that for the rest of the song. And that's just what my dad said, because like I said at the end, I was like, oh, well, the vocal improved as the song went on, and he said, but all you're thinking about is how bad the vocal was at the beginning. Unfortunately, I felt sorry for her, because it's a great song. I love the song. It was one of my favorites this year.
What did you think about Malta's vocals? Because from where I was sitting, I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, nah.
No.
All I have to say about Malta is not only was the vocal not great at the beginning, but also what was that choreography she was doing when she came down to the stage B? Like, my dad went, this choreography does not go with the song. It just didn't make sense. Like, it's that perfect example of where there's too many cooks, it feels like, where there's literally too many people chucking in ingredients, and it was just like, let's create just, oh yeah, it was too much for me. And I think the vocal was just unfortunately shaky at the beginning, and then that kind of was a repeating pattern throughout. But I love the song. It's a triumphant. I love strutting down the street to it, saying "I what I am."
I'm sorry
She was
to
very
say,
2021 in that outfit. I was like,
yeah.
oh, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love that silver dress, but I was like, she was fitting really well last year. So.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say this, but I think Malta was a perfect, I don't know, but it could be a perfect last place of the semi-final, unfortunately for them. Yeah.
I think so too.
Also, we can talk more about our surprises, but first, let's gonna go to the chat.
Yeah.
Please let us know, what do you think? What your surprises were? Any shock qualifier? Tell us, what do you think? Romania, for example, I didn't think Romania was able to qualify, and there they are in the final. Hola mi bebé, llámame, llámame. I thought that only Spain was gonna understand that song, because here at home we were like, hola mi bebé, hola mi bebé. But then I think, like, what is gonna think, I don't know, a Finnish person listening to this song? But it worked.
It's catchy. It is catchy. I found I personally felt, and fully enough, my family walked in at that point, so everyone joined in with "Hola mi bebé, 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 bebé," and off we go again. He was lacking in some energy. His dances were brilliant.
So too.
But I felt like, for such a jolly, dancey, great, poppy, catchy song, I found his energy was a bit lacking.
I wanted to shake him. I was like, come on.
Yeah, just shake him. Come on. And he had more energy in the green room when they kept him. I'm like, that's what we need on stage, man. So, yes.
Yeah. I was actually texting my friend's girlfriend, Soph. Shout out to Soph and Lee, who are probably watching right now. And I was texting to Soph, and it was just saying, like, we were kind of in contention between Israel and like Romania, which one would go through, because they are quite similar, let's face it. And actually, I think Soph was right, in the sense of, like, Romania just had that extra little ingredient, which was it's more of an earworm, I think, than Israel's song. But I really wanted to shake him, because I wanted him to move his hips more. I wanted him to give me more hip action and like more of that kind of Latin kind of fever, and he just gave me not enough, unfortunately. So I wasn't sure if he was going to qualify. At the end, I was like, this could, but yeah.
You see, with you didn't think so, Iago?
No, I don't know why.
Yeah. You see, what I thought, we've touched upon Israel. I actually thought he gave a really polished performance.
He did.
He came out, and it was
fantastic.
Impressed. Yeah, I was very impressed by Israel's performance. So in terms of performance, I'd have had Israel over Romania, even though Romania is super, super catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I missed that. What was that? Israel had great dance moves, was it?
Yeah.
It was like a perfect performance. I think the problem with Israel this year, or at least in my opinion, it was the song. Like the song, maybe it wasn't good enough. He is a great performer.
Oh, he's amazing.
He danced, he sang, he did everything, but maybe the song wasn't enough to be in the final.
It makes me laugh, the song. It's so funny.
I've seen a lot of comments like this could be like a drag race song. And
RuPaul's Drag Race song.
And at home, like here, people thought they were gonna qualify, and I was like, I don't think so. I think like the performance, it's good. It's what we're used to Israel. They always delivering good stagings, but maybe this year the song it wasn't good enough. Just that.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Right. I can't actually see the chat. Is there anything that I need to be
There are a
looking at?
lot of things. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things. Also, people asking us and talking about Serbia that we haven't spoke about yet.
No.
But let's gonna talk about Serbia. I'm just gonna say I have never doubt Constructa was gonna qualify. It was too good. The club thing was, I mean, the people was amazed. And I think I don't know if it's a contender to win, but Serbia, it's gonna be in the top 10, like 100%.
I loved it. I really, really love that song. Like, I had to kind of look up what the message was. I actually asked my friend who is Serbian, like, what the message of this song was. But like, now that I know what the message is, I just think that it's such a fantastic piece, actually, of performance art rather than a song. As in, I watch it as a piece of performance art. I don't watch it as a song. I don't watch it as a Eurovision performance. I'm literally watching it going, this is actually very intelligent art on stage. And yeah, she got the crowd going, those claps. It's an earworm. And the things on the screen, you know, it works. I think it's going to really attract the televoters, especially in those sort of regions that can understand kind of what's going on. But now that I know what it's about, it's gone to actually one of my top songs this year. It's a real earworm, and yeah, I was very proud of Serbia.
Constructa.
Yeah. It's funny because when we did the first reaction, I had read the English translation of the lyrics, but I'd just gone, okay, I understand what she's now saying, but it's still, I don't get it. And then obviously I found out more and spoke to people on Twitter, and I understood the background to the story, and I was going, this is great, and now I get it. However, on Saturday night, there's going to be millions of people who are going to be back to being me in the first reaction and going, what? And I know we've got some of the lyrics up, but like my daughter, who didn't understand, I didn't give her any background information, was watching it as a newbie, and she does A-level drama, and she was going, this is so like devising in drama and like the staging. This is a piece of art. That's exactly what this is. And I'm still undecided as to whether the piece of art, which it is going to translate for the majority of people. Don't get me wrong, it's still got the catchy bits. It's still, you know, at the end of the thing, my daughter remembered what that song was. Do you know what I mean? Amongst many others where she'd gone, who was that again? She remembered Serbia. So that's going to go in its favour.
Absolutely.
Definitely. But I was there clapping and doing everything.
Same here.
You can't help it. It's an earworm. Biti strava. Yeah.
We have a lot of Serbian stands here, but I mean, you don't have to be worried because Constructa is gonna do like super well at the final. And also a country we haven't spoke about is Poland. I remember reacting to Poland here in the channel. I love the song. I think it was the best song that Poland has sent in recent years to the adult Eurovision.
Yeah.
But then when I start watching like the rehearsals, it starts like trembling down for me. That camera work was like crazy for me. and still today it felt weird for that kind of ballad. Uh, he is, of course, he seems like he has fallen from heaven, but I thought that Poland maybe wasn't going to qualify.
I was in the camp of, again, another example of where this was too much complicated staging for the actual song. I feel like the song is like, I really love the song. I feel like it's got a beautiful simplicity to it, and I feel like there was all these dementors running around. There was all this rain, like on the CGI rain. All this. The weirdest shot was where they had like a big wide shot and it was shaking. And I was like, I said to my dad, I went, is going on? Like this is absolutely unnecessary. All it needs is to focus on him. I imagined this before the Eurovision. I imagined it being a very Barbara Pravi kind of very simplistic performance. Nothing, maybe a little dancer doing some kind of thing, but not all these dementors and all this rain and stuff. It just takes away from the magic of the song and also him. And that's the thing you remember about the song is his voice. He's amazing. So yeah, I
can't add anything new. That is exactly that. He is good enough to be on that stage by himself, or maybe, as you say, a lyrical dancer doing something beautiful. But I'd seen on Twitter all these memes about Poland's effects, and I was like, I don't get it, because of course I hadn't seen it. And then tonight it's there with this, and it was something like Songstar or whatever like your child is going to do to, like, when you get an app or something that you can create effects and your child goes balmy and adds every single effect into everything. It's unnecessary. It's that he can carry that song beautifully all by himself. We don't need.
My favourite comment actually in the chat so far is Year 10 students doing their media presentation.
Exactly.
Love that. That's brilliant. Thank you, Emma.
Yeah. Or primary school, because I used to be a primary school teacher. And whenever I got them to do any kind of performance, it was always over the top with every effect and everything on your PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
Zooming. It's too much. Too much. Yes, but great song.
Great song.
Yeah. Is there anyone else we haven't mentioned, Diago?
Finland. We've not mentioned Finland, have we?
Yeah. To be honest, for me, it was a sure qualifier as well. Like, 100%, the performance was good. He especially is everything for me. He sells the song very well. It's powerful. By the way, guys, if you know and if the press conference are going on and you know the house that they are picking, please let us know in the comment chat.
Let us know.
Let us know. But I think Finland can end as well in a top 10 this year. Like, it was for me, it's what I expect from Finland. It's quality, it's rocky, it's energetic, and I'm buying it.
I wasn't 100% sure about Finland, going to be honest, but I feel like the song just repeats the same word like 25 times, but it's an earworm. And I feel like they've also got a good reputation in Europe as well. Like the Rasmus were a big band years and years ago. So I was expecting them to go through, but I wasn't 100. I was borderline with them, have to be honest. But I thought they pulled it out of the bag tonight. I thought they pulled it out of the bag. They did what they needed to do. A very Finnish entry. Well done.
You see, I wasn't a fan of the song to start with, but then it kept coming on my Spotify playlist and it really grew on me. So from a liking the song point of view, I really liked it. However, I felt the start of the song tonight, I was a bit worried. When it was just him and he let go of the balloon and then the camera went up and then it came back down. It was all, I didn't like the start of the song at all. And I didn't think it sounded good and I didn't think it looked good. But then once he ran onto the stage and it got going, then I was like, okay, we're okay now. But I was a bit worried in that first 10, 15 seconds. I was like, no. But yeah, I wasn't sure it was a definite qualifier though. No, but it is.
It is.
Borderline.
Yeah, borderline.
We have also another qualifier we haven't talked about, and it is Estonia. I really like I hope, but I've been suffering since last week for this poor guy, and that black song in the middle that kind of destroyed his performance. I'm still happy for him because he still got through, but the performance lacks everything. Like, he's good. For me, the song, it's great. It has this kind of Avicii element. It's kind of EDM, this East sound, but I think Estonia could end in the bottom in the grand final. I think it's also was a borderline for me today. I wasn't sure about Estonia, but just because of the staging, like, I like the song, but the staging was kind of messy, and it even wasn't his fault. So
Yeah, I mean, I've not seen anything of like the dress rehearsals or anything. I've tried not to as much as I could. But yeah, the Black Sun of Death. I mean, I wouldn't have known personally, but like I just kind of I don't know. There was something missing. I agree with you, Iago. There was just something missing in the staging. But I thought he did a fantastic job of getting the crowd going and getting him to sing his little earworm, because you could hear the crowd going absolutely mental. Like it was really good to hear the crowd during his song, and he's a showman. I think he's actually really good. I was again kind of a bit borderline whether they would go through, but I'm really happy that they did go through.
And for me, it's just a bit of a blur, really. Like, the song doesn't particularly do anything for me. Didn't at the start, hasn't grown, stayed a bit blur. And the staging didn't particularly do anything for me. There was a touch of the sepia tone to take us to the country, whatever it's called, the Wild West. But to me, Estonia seemed to be developing a bit of a tone in recent years. And it's a bit middle ground, a bit, it's not offensive, it's okay, and but nothing amazing and nothing that's challenging. I mean, I'm talking from the UK, I'm not.
I need a Rockefeller Street 2.0. That's all I'm going to say.
But you know what I mean? It's sort of like I don't know. It's becoming a bit samey, and maybe that works for a lot of people because it's got through, hasn't it? But for me, it's too similar to recent years.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can tell what was our winner of the night for every one of us. But while we're talking why our winner is our winner, please in the chat let us know who your winner was of this night of semifinal 2. Please, Leo, you can start.
Oh, goodness, my winner of this evening is, of course, Cornelia Jacobs. I think that as a song, it is just, it's outstanding. It's such a beautiful song. Everybody can relate to the song. I think that she performed it as well. I don't think I agree with you, Iago. I don't think it's as good as the Melfest staging. For me, I don't know if you guys would agree. I wish that it wasn't on the main stage. I wish that it was on stage B, so that she had a bit more intimacy, and she was.
Yeah.
And this is where I have a problem actually with the stage at this year's Eurovision, the water thing. I have a real problem with it because you're not getting the intimacy of the crowd in there too. And I feel like if she was surrounded on like an island kind of staging, it would have just been really beautiful and simple. But as a product goes, for me, it's all about Sweden. And then my second place, I'm going to mention my second place, is Czech Republic. It was fantastic. It's gone way up in my top, like way up after their performance this evening.
Yeah. I'm going to say Volo because I thought
But let me tell you that
beautiful acts in both semi-finals have just been amazing.
Il Volo was my winner of, I don't even remember the year, when Mans won, but
15.
That song in English, I mean, no. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't translate
like, why?
Nah.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it.
As an English speaker, just don't do it.
You've got Italian and you put it in English.
Yeah.
No. But okay, I'll be serious. I have to say Cornelia, really, because I do think she's got the whole package, but the staging, I think, is nowhere near as good as Melfest at all. That super dark surrounding with just the little twinkly lights that she had originally is not the same as this stage that's lit up. You can almost see like stage boards, and I'm like, oh no. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be detrimental to her song on Saturday night at all. But because we know about Melfest, I think the comparison is in your face. And I'm going to go with Leo, Czech Republic. I just thought, I was not expecting that live performance. So congratulations to them. Oh God, but I loved Australia as well. Anyway.
Australia too, yeah. Australia too, there we go. Oh, stop.
Yeah. In the chat, we have a lot of, I think in the chat, Cornelia and Sweden won. We have some Serbia, we have some Estonia, Czech Republic. I'm going to go as well with Sweden, even if I thought the performance in Melfest was better, because as you said, the intimacy, it was just about the intimacy, just having more black in the background. Like, it kind of destroyed that atmosphere they created in Sweden, but it was still very good. She's gonna be there. I think she's gonna be fighting still for the first places or first 100%. Place. And I have to go as well with Australia. For me, it was impressive, and even with Hola Mi Bebé, because it was super surprising for me. I am super shocked, but it was surprising for me. So it was so good, so good, so good. But we are arriving to the end of this little live, this little hangout. But we are here. We are Leo. We are Katie. It's me, Yago. I'm from Spain. They're from the UK. And we can't leave today without talking about what we're gonna witness on Saturday. Maybe we are maybe we are just dreaming, but let us know in the chat, what do you well, in Germany, of course. Let us know in the
Germany
chat.
too.
Germany too. What do you think about those big five teasers? You can watch the performance entire in YouTube and in the Eurovision website. I have watched it. I have watched the rehearsals, and I'm gonna speak just after you guys. What do you think about the big five?
Okay, so I'll kick it off. I have chills from Spain and the UK, and I really think that for us three, it's a very exciting year to be a fan from one of these countries, because it's the first time I've ever been so proud. I cried at the end of the UK performance. Usually I cry of disappointment. This year I was crying tears of happiness and joy. It was it's so good to see two countries that have been, had a really rough ride, finally riding to the top. I love the additions to Chanel's performance. I love the trumpets. I love the instrumentation, the dance break with the fan. Get that fan out, girl. Whip it off. A bit of a kind of the flamenco feel to it as well, because I think that's kind of important too, bringing that kind of cultural identity to their song is fantastic. In terms of the UK's performance, I think that we have one of the best, if not one of the best vocals ever in Eurovision being delivered on stage. But also the staging, it's just so grand and epic, and it fits the song. And it's actually, this has elevated the song, because the song, I'm going to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the song. I love belting it out in my car while driving over the hills and dales in Yorkshire, but like now I'm like such a big fan because of the staging and the way it's been elevated is just fantastic. And Germany as well. I mean, to close it off quickly, Germany, I enjoyed what I saw of the teaser. I thought it was really nice. It's not my favorite song this year, but I do think it's a nice addition to the contest. I think it's completely different. I don't think it's another song like it.
I am so I'll go straight with the UK. I am proud. And we've had some lovely contestants. We've had some crap songs, but we've had some lovely contestants.
You don't say.
Just the odd one or two crap songs. But we often send nice people. But Sam has taken the role model and representative of being from the UK to another level.
Yeah.
His mindset, his ability to talk, his ability to just knock away the crap, the negativity, the shit it's amazing. Like, and it comes naturally to him. He's great and he's personable and he's friendly and you just want to give him a massive hug. And I know it's not a popularity contest. I do know it's a song contest, but all those things have got to help, because just like Leo, it wasn't a song that immediately went, I love this song. But the way it's grown and been developed and the way it's going to be performed on Saturday, I'm like, you can't but not like it and at least be totally proud of it. So yes, remember, I have been watching Eurovision since the 80s. And I used to be excited every single year because we were always up. I know it was a long time ago and it's a different contest, but we were always in contention. And this is the first year, I feel, since 1998, that we've put a song in that actually has potential. So yes, UK. I think Spain is going to totally blow everyone away. It is up there and is potential winner. Wonderful. Chanel is brilliant. The dancing, the music, so it's up there. Germany, I think, is also good. People keep commenting how it's like the top 4 in Germany, and I think that's wrong. I think he sings a great song and he's got something unique, and I love the rap bit. It reminds me of Eminem, but you know, I love that bit in the middle. And I think for the first time in a very, very, very long time, the whole of the top 5 have put as much effort in as the rest of the contestants.
Yep.
And
well done, top 5.
See. So I'd like to see all of the top 5 in the top 10. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be amazing.
I have to agree with having the big 5 in the top 10, just as a compliment for the big 5 stands that have been suffering in the recent years. I'm going to start with Germany. I think the problem with Germany until now, in the final, is going to be different because of the running order, but I think maybe not disappointment, but Germany rehearsing after Spain and the UK maybe was like had people like less excited about Germany. I still think it's a good act. The song is not bad, but how it's gonna end in the final, I don't think Germany is gonna do well. But it's not a bad song. It's a good staging. In fact, I really like it. But now the thing with Spain and the UK, I remember them watching, just rehearsing. That second rehearsal we were able to watch, and it was like, it's done. Like, I think then it's gonna win. Another country will win. But with the UK, they had that energy. He's everything. Like, he sells it super well. That final solo guitar, like the staging. I think the problem we had with Spain and the UK, and with us being from there, at least in recent years, is that we're not used to the UK and Spain doing things not well, just doing things. I'm gonna die. Just doing things. So I think for the fans, it's like it's just giving us hope. I think it's great for the contest having other countries doing well. I think the UK is gonna be there. I think probably the UK can win, especially the jury vote. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I really like the UK, and I have it now in my top 5. And I'm gonna finish talking about Spain, because I never thought I was gonna be able to live in a year that I could say Spain could be winning Eurovision. like we never thought with our TV in the recent years, with the passion. Sometimes it's bad for the Spanish fans, but Chanel is there. The performance is super good. Is world class for me. It's a Super Bowl
Yeah.
moment. And I think she deserves the wall because from Benidorm Fest she has been caring a lot. And as a fan, maybe Chanel wasn't my choice for Eurovision for Spain,
No.
and I still think she did everything. She has gone through everything, and she's still there, being a contender for the win. So
She's
what
gone
can I
above and
say?
beyond.
I'm a Spanish team for the first time in my life. So what can I
Woohoo!
say? I'm super happy with the big five this year. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
guys, I'm not even reading the chat right now, but let me know what do you think about the big five? Do you think juries? We have a question. Let's gonna read some questions.
Yeah.
Let me know if I can pick them. Do you think juries will go for Sam and the televoters will go for Chanel?
That is
I think it's a
Probably.
big possibility. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously we've got Ukraine as well, a big favourite this year. But I do think that this will be the most likely situation.
Yeah. We've just got to hope. Well, I'm talking for a person.
We do.
We've just got to hope that some of Sam's 12 million fans across the world also have a little vote for once, which
Yeah.
would be nice. Do you know one thing I love? I love how he laughs when he sings. He's singing this
Yeah.
massive song to all these people. He goes, oh, and then carries
Yeah.
on singing. And I'm
And
like,
speak to satellites. It's like
get to satellite.
it's like I can sing anything.
Oh, we're back to a big five win. Who knows?
I
What do
think
we think about Ukraine? Because I actually feel that the British locals have given up on the whole "no one votes for us because everyone hates us" spiel for the moment, and moved on to, well, what's the point? Ukraine are obviously going to win, and that seems to be
every single friend of mine said.
everyone
Every
keeps
single
saying,
friend is mine.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what's the point? Ukraine are going to win, and I'm like, are they? Are they though? I mean, don't get me wrong, they have got a good chance, but
It's a great song. It's a great song. I enjoy it. I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna win, but because I think it's very much kind of like last year in a sense. It's quite open. It's quite an open kind of. It's anybody's really for taking. It's going to be interesting to see, especially how the televote turns out. I think the juries, I can kind of predict what's going to happen. Hopefully, I'm hoping a nice little result for the United Kingdom. But
honest,
I'm not biased at all. We're not biased. What's bias? But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Just to answer Jessina, I still think Sweden has a chance. Absolutely.
Yes, I do too.
I think it's a good all-rounder. I think it will get jury votes and televotes. So I think it's definitely got a chance.
UK, Sweden, and Spain for the jury.
Just to say the opposite, I don't think Sweden is gonna win. Like
Really?
win, not win. Like chance to win. I wouldn't say Sweden. I mean, it's gonna be there. It can be top 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I don't think Sweden is gonna win.
I don't think it's gonna win now.
Don't you?
No.
This is interesting. See, I still think it could win. This is interesting.
Yeah.
I love the song. It was my 12 points in the scoreboard. It's still my most listened to song, that in Spain. But I don't know. I missed the Malta staging.
Okay.
We have another question, last questions for tonight. What do you think who came 11th and 12th tonight? Has always been my big question at the semi-final. For me, I think it could be maybe Ireland. Also, I think it could be Israel.
Yeah, same.
I would say because of the song, even Cyprus. I think one of those.
Marino, maybe. I can't believe that that didn't. I don't know. I'm actually quite shocked at San Marino that didn't do better.
San
I think it's
Marino.
Ireland and Israel. Ireland
know.
and Israel. 100%.
Yeah.
What about chances of Greece to win? As a big stan of the Greek song, because I love that song, and it's probably one of my most played this year, if not the most. Greece is not winning.
Greece is not winning.
I think it's gonna finish in the top 10, but it's not winning. Greece.
Yeah, I think
it was my semi-final one winner.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was my number 2 in the scoreboard. So I'm also a massive fan of the song. I've listened to it loads. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't think it's going to win, but just like Iago said, I believe and I hope it's definitely up in the top, because I think she performs really well and it's a great song. She
reminds me so much of Lorde. She reminds me so much of Lorde. Like, there was a moment she looked at the camera and I went, it's Lorde. It's Lorde singing.
She is. Yeah. What happens is that if Australia wins, they won't host. I don't know if it's gonna host the country that will finish in the second place, but I think this year we are not gonna see that. Sorry for Australia. I'm still big fan of Australia's performance. It was impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know. Last question. Does the Netherlands have a chance to reach top 10? I think they still have the chances. I have read some comments the previous week about the Netherlands being a super letdown. I think it wasn't as good as expected, but it's still good because she sounds good, and the song is gonna be good even if the staging is not as good as people expected. So it's gonna probably finish, if not in the top 10, top 15. I don't see the Netherlands finishing lower than that.
Yeah, it's a great song.
I thought it was fantastic. I really loved it. It was simple. It was great, and the staging was fantastic. So, yeah, I was happy with it.
Totally. I agree.
Finland, first half. Do we have an opener for the grand final as well?
Please sort out that balloon thing and the camera.
But I don't want Chanel to open the big final. So
no, we do not want Chanel to open the final.
Do you not think that would make a massive wow, and people would go, "Wow, it's great this year"?
No, that would be her killer. That would kill her.
Yeah, people is gonna be like preparing dinner, watching I don't know what, and they're gonna miss Queen Chanel. So
there is no preparing dinner that goes on from 8 p.m., 9 p.m. I'm sorry, no, not on Eurovision.
I'll be singing Volare at that time.
No. See, I know because everyone's got their superstitions and opinions. I think she would come out there, she would hit the audience, and it would make such an impact. I don't think she would be forgotten. I don't think she would be lost. I think so many people by like song 13, if you're not a proper fan, you might be going, oh God, not another one. And you have that lull until the end. She would get you right from the start.
I'm just gonna say, tomorrow when I wake up, everything's gonna be okay and fine with me, because as Chanel says, voy siempre primera, nunca secondary. So I'm okay if she wanna go first.
Exactly.
Always.
I think it'd be good. I think she literally pop. Yeah.
Oh, actually, Czech Republic is if they draw first half, I think that would be a good opener.
Oh yeah,
that would be a good.
Cool.
Do we know when the complete running order is? That's what happens. You know what happens when you have Leo and Katie speaking in English, and then you have me. That's what happens.
I can't speak a word of Spanish, so.
Do we know when they complete? I'm gonna try this as when I was in the school as a workbook. Do we know when the complete running order is out? The running order will be out at around 1-2 a.m. as every year. So what do I recommend? Go to sleep, try to sleep, try to get some rest, and then tomorrow we'll have the Eurodrama in the morning.
This is good. Sleep is good. She says someone who's with jet lag. So
Same here.
must have sleep.
6 time zones.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. 2 or 3 more questions. Does Armenia have a chance to reach top 10? What do you think, guys?
I love Armenia. I mean, like, I really, really love Armenia. I want it to do well.
I'm going to say nada.
I don't know, but I will carry on listening to it after Saturday. So that's winning.
Lovely song. Love the staging.
Yeah,
Just no. Just no. Sorry, I have to be blunt. Just no. It's not. It's not. There's better songs.
I don't think so. I'm reading Czech opening. I don't think Czech has already picked half for
No.
today. No. But I think it would be good. I think also if the Czech Republic picks first half, they are gonna open the show probably.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think this is all for now because we could be here like speaking all night, all day. But this has been too much. I miss Eurovision as it is because last year I still didn't feel the same, but now it feels complete again.
It does. It really does.
So let's gonna get some rest. Let's gonna wait until tomorrow morning. I'm not gonna pray for the UK because you have picked second half. So I'm not gonna even care for you. I'm not gonna even ask up tomorrow what do you think about some riders running order. But let's gonna focus on the other running orders. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being there. I hope you enjoyed this little hangout, semi-final 2, and we are ready for the grand final on Saturday.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
Oh, my poor little heart. It hasn't had any practice at this kind of excitement since '98. So it's a bit out of practice.
Yeah,
so
same.
Survive.
My phone's gonna be pinging right after. So if you don't know, I'm doing a little gig on the night of Eurovision, and it's really annoying. And my phone, I know, is going to be full of all my friends texting me how we're going to do. So fingers crossed for the UK. Sorry, Iago.
Oh, Danny. I've just been talking about sleep.
Danny,
go back to bed.
Miss you.
Well, guys, it has been a pleasure as always.
Yes.
That's what can we do? Let's expect.
We say a little prayer.
Yeah.
A prayer for Chanel and Sam Ryder.
Yes, please. Please pray for them. Please pray for them.
Please,
what can I say?
Find ourselves at the bottom of the leaderboard ever again. Or not this year. Certainly not this year.
Yeah, make these 3 people happy on Saturday. We are not asking for a lot.
Just
not for a lot at all.
We'll pray to the Eurovision gods. That's true.
I'm praying.
Well, guys, thank you so much for being there. We'll be here. I don't know who's gonna be here on Saturday, but
yeah, we are. We don't know who it is. Yeah, we will. Not us.
We will.
Yeah,
I'll probably be here drunk on Saturday, so let's see what happens.
I might join in if I'm back in time. I might just sign in and just be like, "Hello, everyone."
We'll all do gate crash.
Have some nice sleep, guys, and thank you so much for being there. See you very soon.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ci vediamo.
Bye.